Welcome to Paws, Parks and Provisions, where we chat about parks, paw-friendly camps and hikes, and what's needed for our trips. I'm Dublin, and I'm here with Chester.
Thanks, Dublin. Let's get the show started.
Dublin! I found a campsite with perfect grass, unlimited shade, and a sunset that appears to have been personally arranged for our arrival. This is either paradise or a perimeter threat wearing a photo filter.
Probably both. Welcome to Paws, Parks and Provisions, the ultimate roadmap for adventuring across the US with your dogs. I'm Dublin, and I'm here with my grandson, Chester. Today we're finding out whether a campsite actually fits your RV and your dogs before you spend the money.
Because a beautiful listing can conceal a site where the picnic table blocks the door, the fire ring grabs the leash, and the only level patch is occupied by one extremely confident squirrel. Failed reconnaissance deployment.
The fix is simple. Before booking, ask 3 things. Can the rig get in? Can the dogs get out safely? And can everybody move around the site without crossing traffic, hoses, or another camper's space?
So we're measuring the campsite before we maximize our footprint.
Exactly, although Maximize is doing a lot of work there. Start with your real setup. RV length, tow equipment, rear rack, slide outs, awning, and the room needed to open doors. The number on the reservation is only the beginning. It sounds tight. A site can be 40 feet long on paper and still be awkward in real life. Last fall, we arrived at one that technically fit the rig, but the access road bent around a tree. We could park, yes, but there was no clean way to step out with the dogs without standing in the road.
Oh, 40 feet was a trap.
A very accurate description. Look at the approach angle, road width, trees, posts, drainage ditches, and parked vehicles. If you cannot picture the turn from the campground map, call before booking. Check the map, Chester.
I am picturing it now, and the tree has clearly joined the opposing team. What about the dog exit?
That is the part people forget. You need a reasonably clear strip beside the RV, away from the road, the fire ring, and the electrical pedestal. A 6-foot leash should let a dog sniff and settle without wrapping around 3 objects or crossing into the next site.
And the hookups. If the sewer hose forces us across the only walking lane, then the site is
a leash obstacle course. Mission critical failure. Confirm where the water, sewer, and electrical connections sit in relation to your service compartments and your door. The wrong hookup placement can turn a manageable site into a daily tangle.
Nothing says peaceful getaway like stepping over a sewer hose during a midnight bathroom break.
Shade deserves the same skepticism. One golden hour photograph tells you almost nothing about noon. Ask where the sun lands, whether the trees still provide shade in your season, and whether the site gets hot after the morning shade disappears.
So the other 23 hours are still under investigation.
Right. Recent reviews can help, especially when several people use the same plain words. Muddy, sloped, narrow, noisy, exposed, or difficult to back into. Those details may be more useful than a polished gallery.
For today's water break, I have a planning tool proposal. Imagine an app such as TrailPin. Save the sitemap, mark the pedestal and fire ring, record the staff member's answer, and attach the review that mentioned flooding last spring.
That workflow is useful whether you use an app, a notes file, or a paper map. The tool helps you remember what you learned. It does not guarantee that the listing is current. Save the cancellation policy too, because flexibility is part of campsite planning.
So it is a notebook with better recall, not a magical campsite oracle.
Precisely. Now, the dog first test starts where most listings stop. The ground under everybody's feet.
Ground is never just ground. It can be sharp gravel, burrs, hot pavement, slick mud, or suspicious mulch that sticks to paws with military commitment.
One muddy patch near the fire ring is usually a yellow flag. Mud along the only route from the door to the walking area is different. You will track it inside, dry paws repeatedly, and spend the evening managing the site instead of enjoying it.
I am not sure I buy the idea that a little mud should veto a campsite. Mud is an adventure seasoning.
A little mud does not veto it, but no safe door-to-walking route can. Add that condition to your scorecard. Can the dogs leave the RV without entering traffic, a drainage ditch, or a neighbor's space?
Fair. I revise the motion. Mud is recreational only when it stays out of the doorway.
Also consider traffic, bathhouses, dumpsters, playgrounds, and neighboring dogs. A site may be officially pet-friendly and still be stressful if every walk passes the busiest intersection in the campground.
And wildlife attractants. An overflowing trash area can turn a calm evening into a perimeter operation. I would appreciate advance notice before raccoons begin their nocturnal negotiations.
Ask about those details and verify the current pet rules. Some campgrounds restrict dogs to certain loops, prohibit them on particular trails, require short leashes, or limit when they can be left unattended. Old reviews are clues, not guarantees.
Let's call the campground. My first question is, what surprise will make me question my life choices?
Keep that one for the follow-up. Start with 3 practical questions. Is the site level and long enough for the complete setup, with room to approach and leave? Where are the hookups, trees, fire ring, and usable walking space? What current pet restrictions or nearby hazards should we know about?
Then ask whether it is beside a road, bathhouse, playground, or dog-heavy loop. Privacy is not a luxury when every passerby becomes breaking news.
And ask whether emergency vehicles can reach the site. A blocked lane or tight turn matters even when the campsite looks charming. Write down the answer and the date. Then compare it with the current rules before you travel.
Now for the verdict. Green, yellow, or red?
Give 1 point for usable length, turning room, level ground, workable hookups, a heat or shade plan, leash space, manageable traffic, and confirmed pet rules. 6 or more is promising. 4 or 5 means verify. 3 or fewer is a polite no.
But if the rig cannot approach, the dogs cannot exit safely, the rules do not fit, or emergency access is blocked, that is red, no matter how many points the sunset earns.
Exactly. Those are automatic skips. A scoring card should clarify judgment, not talk you into accepting a dangerous or miserable site.
What if the listing promised green and we arrive at a yellow site with a red fire ring?
Pause before unpacking. Photograph the condition, ask for a safer site, and keep the dog secured while you decide. Simplify the setup if the site is workable. If the only safe route is through traffic, leave or request a refund according to the campground's policy. No need to spin your wheels.
Final verdict. Book the campsite that works in real life, not the one that wins a beauty contest online. Can the rig enter? Can the dogs exit? And can everyone move safely? If the squirrel has better access than the dog, Dublin, we need a pivot.
That wraps up another field-tested breakdown. Remember to secure your rig tie-outs and keep those tails wagging. We'll see you at the next campsite. Follow Paws, Parks and Provisions on social media for field-tested routes, campground strategy, and high-quality provisions.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of Paws, Parks and Provisions. Remember to hit like or subscribe, or whatever button you need to hit to keep getting our episodes. And share with your friends.